So let's be clear. They have finally accepted that there will be a reduction. Now they want us to discuss the level of reduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful episode of the Gong Gong. My name is Pedro Rich, and I am your Gong Gong beater for today. You know, a lot of issues are going on the internet, but the funniest one so far is the beef between the NCA, Honorable Sam George, and then that of MultiChoice, DSTV. You know, the minister came out and said this.
So let's be clear. They have finally accepted that there will be a reduction. Now they want us to discuss the level of reduction.
Then DSTV Ghana also came out and they were like, now what if I then then what's wrong with the minister? Then the minister also came out with this reply. He went on X, he tweeted a whole lot of things. But the question is, what happened? What actually brought all of this? Let me cast your mind back a little, and after we could dive into the reality on the ground, what is actually happening. Okay, so you remember somewhere in the month of June, that's when the city gained its power. Okay, so now the city was actually appreciating in value. So the cost of goods and services, commodities here and there were reducing. So the NCA made a move by the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Honorable Sam George. So he made a move on the telcos, namely MTN, Airtel, Tigo, and Telecel, and then that they should reduce the charges on their bundle purchases. So the people agreed, although they were being reluctant at the initial stage. Later, they came to an agreement with the government, and now the people of Ghana became happy. People that were enjoying 214 gig, they are now enjoying 290. Wow, such a massive improvement. People that used to enjoy a whole, now they are also enjoying, I think, 250.
They did not say I was doing too much when we made MTN offer 214 gig instead of 92 gig. They did not say we're doing too much when both Telecel and AT offered 250 gig instead of 190 gig. It's benefits to the Ghanaian people.
So I think the minister has really done well. Then it got to the turn of DSTV. So the minister came out and then he said, Honorable Sam George said, he's asking the DSTV Ghana to reduce the prices of their subscription by 30%. And that should take effect by 21st of July. Already in June, DSTV Ghana had also come out to tell Ghanaians that, okay, because the value of the CD has actually appreciated in value, we are running a promotion on some of our goods. So the decoder, which used to sell for 169 Ghana cedis, they slashed it down to 89 Ghana cedis. Saving you, if I'm not mistaken, 80 Ghana cedis in your pocket. Still, the minister was still insisting that they should reduce theirs. So the people became reluctant. They were like, why? We have done all this and he still wants us to reduce. Then the minister said, it's not your goods that I want reduction on. I want you to reduce your subscription fee. That is what Ghanaians are saying. The subscription you are charging does not correspond with the value of the CD. This is very simple, but the people are not trying to agree. Then he said, if that is what you are saying, we want you to bring out your metrics. What is accounting for that charge on your subscription? You are charging this amount of money. So what actually is costing all of this? Bring it out. Bring other countries, okay, other countries that are also using your service. Nigeria and all that. We know Nigeria is the most populated in Africa. Yet they are paying something less than Ghanaians. We are paying more than them. Meanwhile, we are all using the same service. He said, you bring out your metrics. What is actually indicating? He gave you a grace period that on the 7th of August, from revoking your license on the 21st of September, 21st of July, then to 7th, he has given you another grace period. These people were being reluctant. Then he said, okay, on the 7th, they did not come out with anything. They were still doing, and we are not ready. And okay, then I will sanction you guys. I'll use the Electronic Commission Act, which states that if you, an organization, you fail to present your metrics for charging people this amount of money, you are going to pay a fine of 10,000 Ghana cedis daily, mind you, not 2 days, 3 days, and they are 10,000 each day. Today, tomorrow, ongoing. The people were still being reluctant. Then he said, okay, if that is what you guys are doing, then I'm giving you guys up to the 6th of September. On the 6th of September, you go off. We will take you off air. So all your transmissions will not be broadcast. So all people that have subscribed, he gave them a grace period. Let us wait. Then your subscription expires. Then we roll them out of the system. The people, Kai, they did not mind the minister. I said, well, they have said you can now here. Do you know how long we have operated in Ghana? We've operated for about 50 years. We've served the people of Ghana for about 50 years. So no be you, your regime, they came to meet us. So no be you where you will come do this, blah, blah, then you go shake the country or something. Fair enough. The people admitted. They were like, okay, no problem. Then the honorable minister was still communicating with these people, telling you, let's do this, let's do that, let us all come to an agreement. The people were still being reluctant. So prior to their cancellation, for their license to be revoked, or for them to go off, which was on the 5th, on the 4th, they reached out to the NCA, and they told the NCA that, okay, now they are willing to comply to the rules and regulations of the nation. And what the Honorable Sam George is actually requesting, that there should be a reduction of 30%. Then the Honorable Minister also came to address the people of Ghana. He came to address them. After addressing them, that, oh, now the people have agreed that they are going to reduce their prices. They are going to reduce their subscription fee.
MultiChoice has requested a 30-day window for the committee to arrive at what percentage of reduction will be achieved. So let's be clear. They have finally accepted that there will be a reduction. Now they want us to discuss the level of reduction.
Some few hours later, then we saw the press. On the press, we saw on the page of MultiChoice, they dropped this reply, which is dated 5th September 2025, a day for their license to be revoked. They said, we have noted the statement made by the Minister for Communications, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Samuel Nate George. We continue to engage with the minister in a bid to find an amicable solution that is beneficial for all parties involved, but that does not jeopardize the viability of the DSTV service. We will fully participate in the established working committee. And then this is where they dropped the bombshell. However, we wish to clarify that MultiChoice Group has not agreed to a price reduction. Brofo Ben Kwana mean you asi. They are making the minister look like he doesn't know his work. Or I don't know whether they are trying to just drag the minister or what. Because I told you I'll revoke your license on the 6th. You said, okay. Now, because it was getting close, on the 4th, you reached out to the NCE that, okay, I will come and then we'll settle everything. Then the minister also came out. Then he said, okay, if this is what these people have said, then let me let the media know, because I'm always communicating with them. So far, let me give them an update. And even in their meeting, they had decided to set up a stakeholder committee. In that meeting, the people said after the meeting, they will need at least 30 days for them to come out with their pricing. The minister said, no. I'm not going to give you that grace period again. No, I think you guys are taking Ghanaians for granted.
MultiChoice has requested a 30-day window for the committee to arrive at what percentage of reduction will be achieved. I believe, as minister, that we do not need 30 days. 14 days is enough for us to reach this decision, inclusive of weekends. Therefore, the committee has a strict 14-day mandate, inclusive of weekends, to conclude its work and present a suitable price reduction structure for the people of Ghana by the 21st of September.
I don't know why you guys are doing all of those things. Because I've given you enough grace period, I think. We are all working together. But if you guys are taking me for a fool, no, I will not tolerate that. He took to his ex post and then he made this. He said, let me be clear. I have no intention to continue tolerating the disrespect to Ghanaians by DSTV. If MultiChoice, it means here, no, now Honorable Sam George, you bought me that too. If MultiChoice is not interested, as they claim in their last statement, in discussing a reduction in prices, as they had indicated to me, we would proceed to effect the shutdown tomorrow as indicated. DSTV indicated their willingness to engage the ministry on its concerns on pricing and prayed us to stay our enforcement action. Now, if they have changed their position, then we simply would enforce the regulatory action. What's that action here? Now they will take them off air by sit. This was on the 5th. And then within that stakeholder meeting, they were to reach agreement that by 21st of this month, September, they should come out with their pricing for Ghanaians. That is fair pricing for Ghanaians. That was the agreement. But since you guys are trying to be reluctant, this is what the Honorable Minister is saying, then they will unleash the regulatory action on you by revoking your license or taking you off the transmission. He said, no company is above the law. When MultiChoice is ready to discuss price reduction, they can come to a negotiation table. Until then, there is nothing for us to meet over. The NCA Ghana would carry out enforcement, meaning now the man bop. Ghana is open for businesses that will respect our laws and institutions. Bam. Then he added the Jata emoji and then Ghana, service to God and country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Honorable Sam Jata George is saying. It looks like the people are trying to make him look like he's a fool on the media. He doesn't know his work. When he says this, it looks like you are trying to comply. If you are looking at the kind of game they are playing here, like when the minister is about, when the minister gives them a regulation, when it's about to reach their termination, then quickly they come and then they bring some stories up and then they have to shift it. That is the kind of game. That is the kind of game DSTV is trying to play with the Ministry of Communication. So after all this, when he wrote all these things out, then the people said, no, the minister is being serious. Because now this case here is between DSTV Ghana and then Sam George, Honorable Sam George. Should Honorable Sam George not win this case, he cannot control other institutions. Why? Because other institutions will also come out and be like, if you could not control DSTV Ghana, then we are not also going to kowtow to your laws, your rules. If you are able to deal with them, you come back to us. So now they are going to give him a very tough time in the country. But me, what I'm saying is, if he has been able to deal with the telcos, MTN, Airtel, Tigo, and Telecel, then why should you not also comply? It's not by force to use a SIM card in Ghana. SIM card is also a luxury asset. As people are saying, DSTV is also a luxury asset. If you guys are not ready, then move out of the country. You are not better than MTN, Telecel, and Airtel Tigo. No. So I think Honorable Sam George should stand firm together with the NCA and fight these people woto. In the other way around, should MultiChoice also give themselves up and then comply? They will look bullied. Sorry to say, they will look bullied on the internet. And then other countries that are also using their service will also come and then attack them. Now, that is how the game is being played here. They will also come and attack them that since they've reduced it for Ghana, they should also reduce it for them. Mind you, they've operated this kind of game for 50 years now. They've been 50 years in the game. They know what they are up to. And the ministry also knows what they are up to. Either you pack and go, and other entities to also enter. Because according to Honorable Sam George, he said he had already engaged, I think, Canal Plus or something. And then they were ever ready to move in. So if you are not ready, you go. What the game, the MultiChoice, they are also trying to play here is that regardless, Ghanaians will subscribe. They love their service. People are watching BBN Niger. People are coming to watch, how do you call it? FIFA, the World Cup. People are watching English Premier League. Now if they leave, who is going to show it? People are enjoying Aquaba Magic. No, people will still pay regardless of what if they do not reduce it. So now the game here has been very tough. But the war is, if the minister does not stand on his toes and then win this, it will be very difficult for him to control other institutions, mind you. Now, so this, after all this up and down, which was on the 5th, when they saw that no, now the minister, the regulations that are coming, maybe they might not be able to control it in the coming days. Quickly, they read out to the National Communications Authority, which is dated 7 September, which is this Monday. And I read, the National Communications Authority, NCA, has received from MultiChoice Ghana its response to the notice of intention to suspend the authorization and request for their pricing model. While the authority reviews their submission, there have been further engagement with MultiChoice Ghana regarding its public statement dated 5th September 2025, and the following clarifications have been obtained. When they came out to say that the Honorable Minister is lying, that they are not ready to reduce anything. So whatever the minister is telling the media, it's a propaganda, it's never true. They have come out with this clarification by the National Communications Authority per the letter they wrote to them. So these are the clarifications. They brought 3 of them. The first one is MultiChoice Ghana agrees with the directive from the Honorable Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations for the establishment of stakeholder committee to evaluate DSTV pricing in Ghana, and that they intend to fully participate in the work. So now they have agreed that the committee that has been set up, of which the Honorable Minister Sam George is going to chair, that they never fireworks, they are going to attend that meeting. They are ever willing to participate fully. Now, their second clarification states that the outcome of the stakeholder committee would be determined at the end of its work. So whether they will reduce it or not reduce it will be at the end of the stakeholder committee, their meeting. So that's why they are telling Honorable Sam George that don't just come out and say we have agreed. No. We haven't gone for the meeting yet. So do not just come out and say, if I say I'm coming for the meeting, it does not mean that I've reduced my prices. So the communication, I understand them in a way. Then the third clarification, the last one, MultiChoice has confirmed that it will respect the process and the laws of Ghana and its people. Over here, now they've admitted that whichever law that is regulating their service in Ghana here, they respect it, and then they give respect to the people of Ghana, their customers. The first meeting of the stakeholder committee shall be held on Monday, 8 September 2025. So this was on Sunday. their license was to be revoked on Saturday. Because of the banter here and there, it was shifted to Saturday, to Sunday. That's when they wrote this letter. And then they've all agreed to meet on Monday. Funny enough, on Monday, we were here all waiting for the outcome. Then, these people come with another story that they cannot just come for the meeting alone. Now they need the Minister for Foreign Affairs of South Africa to come and intervene, to come and sit in that very meeting. And I was like, and to these people, what kind of game are they trying to play? They are trying it so hard for the minister that they are not going to reduce their pricing. That is what I foresee. Them no go agree. Nothing on this earth where you will talk them where these people go agree. But this is the whole thing. So we are waiting. We don't know when they are scheduling the next meeting. But I know the Honorable Minister will come and then brief the press very soon. Or the NCA will also release a letter to let us know what is actually going on. But all I can say is that let me congratulate the minister and the NCA. I think they have done their best. This will not drive other investors out of the country. They've done the best. From 21st, from the month of July, 21st, they took you down. They gave you a grace period to the 7th of August. You did not agree. We came to the 11th of August. Still, the same story here and there. They dragged you till 6th. These people still give another story. We've come to the 7th. 8th, on the 8th, let us meet and let us talk things through. That one too, another story. I think the minister has exercised enough patience. If the people try not to comply, I think they must go. Other institutions are ever willing to enter and do a great service to Ghana. But I'm also telling DSTV Ghana that they should also comply. Let us work hand in hand because we also love your service. But respect the nation as you have stated. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying that the minister should win this. This is the battle between MultiChoice, DSTV Ghana, and Honorable Sam George featuring NCA. Who wins the battle at the end of the day? Are the prices going to be reduced or it is going to be sustained as it is?
But bottom line, there will be a reduction. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Gongon. I've been your Gongon Bita. My name is Frederick Rich, and thank you very much for watching. And if this is the first time you are seeing this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and share for more content. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.